Good evening, everybody. I know we went over earlier about the reverse split for TSLY, and I know lots of people have been covering it as well. And I just got out that quick video earlier just to go over the data and their statement that they had put out. But I still see within the Retire on Dividends Discord, there's still lots of conversations and people maybe not understanding or being able to visualize it. So what I did was I created this spreadsheet here to use actual TSLY numbers and dividends and everything to help us see it a little better. So what I did here is I used the declaration date, which was February 6th, and that price because it went with the distribution, and I just wanted that to work out with the yield. So for here we did February 6th, which was $8.95 at the close of that day. And if you had 3,250 shares, then your investment was worth $29,087.50. The distribution was just a little bit over 40 cents. So your monthly dividend was 1,314, and you had a 54% yield. Now, we know on February 26th is supposed to be the date. I did hear somebody else say the 23rd, but on the statement that was out today, it said the 26th. So I just put that there as an example. So on that day, just obviously we don't know what the price is going to be. So in this case, again, I just used the declaration date. So we'll just say it's $17.90. And then you would have half of the shares. So in this case, it's even. So we just took half of that $32.50. So now you would have $16.25. But then your investment is still the same. When you take the price times the number of shares, your investment's the same as it was before. And then the example of the distribution, the way that would work, of course, we know that the distributions go up and down and everything. So this isn't saying exactly, but this is just saying if it was on that day and it was like this is how it would work. The distribution would basically be double, just like the price is doubled. And then your monthly dividend and your yield is still going to be the same. So I wanted to show that here with actual TSLY numbers to make it a little bit better. And what I did on the second example here, I did it with the odd share. So it's all the same data. The only difference is if you had an odd number share. So you see that first line, which is 3,251. So again, they're not going to give you a split share back, so they're going to cash that out. So you would have that 1625 shares left, but now they're going to cash out $8.95, of course, assuming whatever that stock price actually is. But your investment is still the same. Your distribution is still the same. However, when you come to calculating those monthly distributions, it's not exactly the same because they had to cash out half of your share. So it's just a tiny bit lower. But of course, what you could do is you could always take that money and reinvest it in an account. If you have an account that you can purchase fractional shares on, then you can just repurchase that, or you could just buy another share. But there is going to be that tiny bit of difference if they're having to cash out fractional shares. So just wanted to point that out. Another thing that's been talked about in the Discord, so I wanted to just add this in here, is talking about the yields, because like I said, we're all over the place, and you can see this. So this starts from January 2023 until February of this year, and these are all the different yields. And so you can see the first one was like 81 something percent, and then they started trying to stay around the 60s, and then one month they went down to less than 40, right? So we've had all of these all over the place, but I just wanted to show these here. So here we have our TSLY prices. I just put that there for comparison because I know people are going to want to see that. So we have our TSLY prices, and we can see how TSLY, went up and then it's coming back down. So TSLY, is pretty much following TSLY. Of course, it's going to be a little different with how the covered calls work and our strike prices. But, we're down because Tesla's down, right? Just to make that simple. But you can see where Tesla started in January, and then where we are at today. We are fairly low there. And then you can see all those distributions. Now, what I did do was I did some averages over here on the side, and I can probably just, yeah, I can do these together. So I did an average yield. I just took all of these yields here and did a formula and did the average. It shows the average yield is 59.27%. So that's still a pretty good percentage, regardless if Tesla's going down or not. I know that you're talking about capital and growth and stuff like that, but I know most people are, on the income side of it and just what you're going to get paid out every month. And I know different people have different perspectives and different ways of using these funds. But I just wanted to point out that average yield is 59%. And then, just for the sake of it, because I was like, oh, I was wondering, because we had the extremely high one that's at 81%, and then we had that really low one that's at 39%. I was like, well, if we take those two out, then what does it look like? And it's still 59%. So I just wanted to point that out and show that data here, that we are looking at an average of 59% yield, regardless of whether it's the reverse split or whatever. As we've talked over here, you're still going to have basically the same yield. But there was just lots of conversation in the Discord about that, so I just wanted to give a good example using TSLY, and then I wanted to go over these yields, just so we could all see this and visualize it and really think through these things, because I know we're still having the issue. And I guess I'll just bring up too, it was mentioned about one of the comments in the other video about reverse splits and how stocks act. And yes, I have been in companies, individual companies out there that do reverse splits, and most of them, they just tank right afterwards. They tank before, and you just lose lots of money. But this is different because we are talking about a covered called ETF fund. So it's totally different from those. So I just wanted to get this out, and I just really hope that this can help some of you. If you have any questions or any comments, just please let me know. I'm always here to help. I am, honestly, most of you that know me in the Discord, I am not like a guru when it comes to stocks or any of that. I'm really a spreadsheet person, and I'm a numbers person. So those are the things I'm good at, and that's usually where I provide help. So if there's anything else you would want me to maybe model, or anything else you want to look at, just let me know, because I'm always, I enjoy doing spreadsheets and stuff like that. But I just wanted to get this information out, and I hope y'all have a good rest of the day.